everybody, thank you for staying on our channel and watching our videos sailing across the Pacific Ocean. We sailed in May this year and it is just the beginning. You saw the disaster on the boat. We showed you why we turned to Mexico, back to Mexico, and why we turned again toward Marquesas Islands. Anyway, we are in the ocean and we have to sail forward. It is May 10. Many birds are still around the boat, and I think I told you they will be around all the way to Marquesas. Very difficult to manage everything on the boat because the boat is moving. I showed you my bruises, and I think everybody had bruises. I know Ben had many of them, and not only bruises, some damage on his in his body. But anyway, but you have to manage. You are sailing. Today we will talk about what radar and AIS can tell you. Xavier rigs wind instrument, finding our way to Marquesas, making water, cooking or maybe not on the boat, sleeping in tilted chaos. Okay, let's see. If you look at the chart, the radar, it is us, and it is another boat is coming. If you click on it, the name of it is Glorious Sky. And all information about this boat. It's a cargo ship, 23 meters long, distance from us nautical miles, 53 nautical miles. Right, Hub? Distance from us, 53 nautical miles. Okay, closest, it is CPA, closest point of approaching, 20 miles, 21 to us. What else? It goes to, like we understood, Brazil, and estimated time of arrival to Brazil, June 3rd, 5 o'clock. So we should watch for this ship because it is crossing our way. And you can tell that still we don't see the wind speed on our monitor, but Xavier had an idea.
What is he doing? Securing the pole to the boat, and the top of the pole is the temporary wind sensor.
Anyway, we have a new wind sensor, right?
Yes.
It is Xavier's invention.
Here you see our captain giving us a very detailed description of his weather forecasting process that he actually goes through, went through on the boat at least once every day and sometimes twice. Here in that first screen you saw the currents. Over here in the next screen you're seeing wind direction, wind speeds, and so forth. And as you can see in the middle of the map going left to right, or that is west to east, you see a blue corridor. That blue corridor is the doldrums down near the equator. What the software is doing, as you watch here, is it is developing a day's route plan. Every day, this software, which is public domain software, took the information on the weather prediction, forecast patterns of wind and so forth, waves and everything else from the governmental agencies, and produced a plan for us for that day, giving the direction and how long we need to go in that direction for every course change, with the objective being to always have the proper amount of wind, enough wind, not too much wind, but also avoid periods in areas where there's no wind whatsoever. So what you see happening here was an everyday occurrence of the software taking those weather predictions and using it to generate a route for us for the coming day.
Make the route simple because we don't want to change.
I think we mentioned that the boat has a water maker. Right now Ben is filling up bottles, the plastic bottles, with fresh water. No, how fresh? With making water from the sea. There are 3 faucets in the sink with salt water, with the water from the tank to wash dishes, and from the water maker. And it is what we are doing. He is making some water and checking something. Xavier, what are you checking?
I'm checking the number of particles in your water. So we are 220, still not perfect, but better than 400. It's very good for drinking, so it's good.
It is good. 200.
200 is good.
280.
200, 0201. Okay. And it will improve. So first we do from the tank, so I can take shower and everything. And at the end it's very good, 150, and this is for drinking. And you see now it's 59.
It is good.
Now I can
less than 100. It's what is the number supposed to be?
Less than 400.
Less than
400.
40. 400. Oh, 400. It is great.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I put it in the tank. So instead of going here, I want it to go in the tank here. So I will do it like that. So water comes here and go to the tank. Okay?
Okay. Okay, great. And then we will fill our bottles.
After, yes.
After that.
Again, in the morning, the speed was fine, between 7 and 8 knots, but then the wind died almost, and we had a problem with moving. We decided to put our wonderful spinnaker, and you know, it takes a while. In our previous video, we showed you all the procedure to put it up. Not in the details, but you can imagine how long it takes to put it up and down. So we are busy. We are busy every day, and it is great. We are not bored. We are working. We are moving, and our boat is moving toward Marquesas Islands. And we told you sometimes you have some problems with the spinnaker when you put up or down or during when it is up. So
Okay, done. They brought it down. There was a problem somewhere on the spinnaker, and Xavier is going to solve it, and we will try to put it back up, not back, to put it up again. For the spinnaker was not on the right side, and it tangled, and of course Xavier solved it.
We're good?
I'm sorry, I'm talking over my voice, but I have another channel in Russian language, and I'm talking right now in Russian, but I want to tell you about everything as well. I showed you we have 2 fridges, but we don't have freezer. We have the microwave. We have even a kettle. It is connected, secured to the microwave. And we have the stove as well, electric stove. We used it when we connected to the shore power. It is very convenient to use the electric stove, and actually it is from China, because the boat is from China and everything is in Chinese. I have to ask Xavier every time if I use it, what should I do? And I told you the kettle is connected, secured, because waves are big and the boat is rocking. So, because we don't have a freezer, we have to use a lot of meat or fish from can, and it is how we try to manage with our food. Fortunately, I don't cook anything for myself. I eat everything raw, no fish, no meat, but it is a different story. I can eat even when I am watching the monitor, I am watching around, but everybody else needs different food. So,
okay, what are we going to make today for lunch? For lunch, yes.
We're making corned beef hash and rice.
Okay, Xavier is going to make some rice, and he says that it will take an hour. This means he is first.
Yeah, once I study, there's nothing to do, okay?
Of course, it is not easy to cook on the boat when the boat is moving and rocking.
No, it's okay.
But we are going to try. Okay, the rice maker. Oh my gosh! I felt almost.
No. Yeah, you're doing too many things.
The rice maker is over there. It is from China as well?
Yes, oh yes.
Everything is...
Well, the masters of...
you got it, everything there. A rice maker, like we talked when Xavier left China, he got all of his equipment from there.
Hopefully I bought it before I was going to the States, because in the States everything was 110 and my boat is 220. Yeah. Impossible to find a good rice cooker for me in the US. Do we have a rice somewhere?
Rice, I did not from China too. You see, rice is from China still.
Yes.
You see, the water is moving. We are moving actually faster right now with the spinnaker. The speed is about 7 nautical miles. And now we are going to put it in the maker and
Start.
just start and wait. Nothing is unusual for this meal. Ben said that it is an American traditional dish.
Usually we cooked when the sea is not rough, but otherwise Xavier and Ben ate what they could find on the boat. What can you do?
Where is the...
I think I mentioned you that the handle of the stove was broken.
It's in
Xavier did not have
in the table.
parts to change it, and so I had trouble with handle all the time.
Okay. Yeah, it is boiling. I need to put a little bit more butter.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, actually, I was lucky that Xavier and Ben ate anything I cooked. No? Maybe because they had to eat something. I'm not a good cook.
The potatoes is half ready. It is what's supposed to be. And we use corned beef, 1 can. And we are going to put it in the pan. Okay. Now we can put some onions. And mix it.
Honestly, Ben knows how to make this dish. I never done it, so he's watching me and giving some advice.
Some potatoes in it.
Are you still filming?
Yes. I'm still filming.
Stir it up again and let everything heat really good all the way
I have another problem because I don't eat meat, I don't eat anything cooked, I don't taste anything. I don't know it is salty or it is spicy or it is not. And all the time Ben tried and told me if it is ready or it is not.
I know how this is made, but I actually never made it before.
It is our first experience together on the sailboat. I have never knew how to make, have never seen. Our stove is moving a little bit,
Stir it up.
leaning. How it looks.
It is. It's corned beef hash and rice.
It is ready.
It's ready.
Ben is eating here and Xavier is eating over there. He is watching. And anyway, the rice is ready. And everything is ready. Only my food is not ready.
Like I told you already that our favorite time was the evening before we went to bed, and Ben and I was sitting and watching. But the bedtime was not great. When Ben is watching on the cockpit at night, I have my own strategy how to sleep in the bed. My back is touching one wall and my feet are touching the opposite wall, so I'm secured, you see, and when boat is rocking, but it is rocking, I'm not moving and I can sleep. It's great.
Let's see how it is outside. Not really bad.
Honestly, it was better to sleep on the cockpit. So Ben was watching, I was sleeping, half sleep. Usually just laying there. But when I started watching, usually Ben went to sleep right here. He did not want to leave me. If something happened, and sometimes something happened, I will show you in our next videos. But for now that's it. I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.